we want to alert and tell the federal government that they must take steps to counter the damages intended by Obasanjo's utterances. It will take the grace of God for the country not to record a spike in ethno-sectarian strife when the supposed leader has made the kind of criminal comments that came from Obasanjo. Citizens have to be reassured that government is on top of the security situation, which have no bearing in the lives of Obasanjo. The professional rabble-rouser last week alleged that Boko Haram and marauding Fulani herdsmen are out to Islamize and Fulanize Nigeria and the entire West Africa. Let us immediately point out that he told these insensitive lies at the church service in the southern part of the country, which implies that he fully knows the import of the agenda he is implementing. The first logical deduction is that he wants Christians to take up arms against Muslims by stoking the suspicion that adherents of the latter faith are out to annihilate the former. Secondly, he is pitching the South against the North, which will lead to a death match should Nigerians make the mistake of failing for the old weasel's antics. Coalition for Nigerian movement is using this opportunity to remind Obasanjo that the era where he can fool most people sometimes is over. He can now only fool a few people once in a while. Nigerians are wiser, and they know that the problem of the country today have their roots in the manner Obasanjo handled the affairs of the country when he had the unusual fortune of being the first civilian president in the current democratic dispensation. In terms of his alleged Islamization of the country, had Obasanjo done the right thing when he was in office? The then dubious governor that told with Sharia rule would not have had the fertile ground to sow the seed of controversy that is today bearing the fruits of extremism and radicalization. He ignored them and allowed them to set the country on the tortuous path it today treads. The property he laid the foundation for remains the foundation of the huge recruitment pool for terrorist groups. We state unequivocally that the ex-president is playing a game. He knows exactly where he is going, which is not far from the agenda to disintegrate the country at all costs. We have seen this pattern in the assertion of those that have come out to support his evil position. It is for this reason that we declare that Obasanjo owes Nigerians and the rest of the world more explanation to shed light on his aims, intentions, and objectives, why he made such evil pronouncement that is now dividing the country. He should come out to tell the world about his evil plans in details.